What's poppin'? It's your girl, Jazzy J. How y'all doing today? Welcome to my channel. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I have this beautiful tapestry behind me that I've had since college. And now it's hanging up in my room. I'm very happy. I apologize for being a little inactive. A lot of things have been going on, a lot of personal things, employment related things. They've all been good. Of course, everyone has their ups and downs. So yeah, that's why I haven't been posting too much. But now we Gucci. So let's get to the video. Today is Sunday, which means it's time for my segment, Dear Diary WTF, where I talk about whatever chaotic, hectic story I got myself into, and other people had to bail me out. Yeah, want to give a quick shout out to those people. Y'all some real ones. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all. Cause wow, your girl would have been gone. Wow. Yeah. So today's story takes place about 6 years ago, senior year of high school. So quick little backstory to lead up to it. When I was younger, I was kind of lonely and I didn't have the best connection with my family. So to fill the void in my heart, I would often turn to video games, which I still do. Side note, if y'all want to, I am not opposed to starting a Twitch and playing whatever. Recently I've been playing a buttload of Minecraft. I'm totally fine to get back into The Sims or We Happy Few, maybe some Undertale. I love video games. Anyway, this one particular game that I was playing was called Heart, and it is an MMORPG. If you don't know what that means, it's a multimedia online role-playing game. And with this game, there was an option to have soulmates in the game, or soulmates rather. Now let me clarify that. These soulmates are basically other people you can play with. They're actual real people. And you have your characters do like romantic interactions, like hold hands or give a hug or jump in each other's arms. And these romantic actions would give your characters like a little status buff, like your HP would stay up for 50%, or you wouldn't take as much damage, or your attack power would be higher, or something like that. So it was very desirable to have a significant other if you're going into, say, a high level dungeon and it's just you, because I solo a lot. So if you have somebody else that can help you and especially give you buffs, it's very appealing. If you need the materials from that dungeon. So I was playing by my lonesome, doing my my normal little thing, and a person, or a character rather, walked up to me in the game and was like, "Hey, I can help you out if you need to go into a dungeon." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds great, yada yada yada, like, let's do it." Mind you, at the time, I was 16, maybe 15, and this person told me that he was in his 30s or something like that. Basically, what led to happening is he would say, or type rather, a bunch of sexual things to me, and being the lonely, depressed child that I was, it felt like the first person who actually cared about me, and you just kind of take to that. So he would say all sorts of sweet things to me and nice things to me, and he said something like he lived in Croatia or whatever, and it was a hot mess. I'm glad I got out of it, but it was a rough time. So, with that being said, I was open to telling him things about my life because I felt like he was an adult that I could trust. Of course he wasn't, he was a pedophile, but how was I supposed to know? I didn't know. I was lonely and depressed. There was somebody who wanted me. I was happy. At least I thought I was happy. Okay. Oh, anyway, so my mother found out about it and she pretty much banned me from playing video games for a bit, took away my electronics, which of course did not help me feel better at all. I became even more depressed, and I was desperately trying to get back to this person who made me feel like a human, like I was someone who could be loved. I eventually got all my stuff back and I went right back to the game because that's what depressed, sad children do, and it did not get any better. Wow, no, it did not. It got to the point where my mother threatened to ship me off to Croatia. Yeah, that was an experience. I don't like saying bad things about people at all. That really scarred me for quite some time. I'm better now, but that really hurt at the time. So yeah, how does this play into high school? Good question. During this time frame, like the end of this time frame, prom season was coming around in high school. And I am the type of person where I float between friend groups. I have multiple friends in different friend groups, so that's what I do. No specific friend group, just friends. Now, one of these friends in this friend group asked me to prom, but he asked me through text message. He was just like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing for prom?" I was just like, "Nothing." He's like, "Oh, cool. You want to go for me? Or go with me?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I don't have anything else to do." So with that, I was like, "Oh, cool. We're going as friends. Great. It'll be a great time." Went back to the game. Told this person. Should not have done that. Wow. And he basically told me, "If you go to prom with this person, then I will never talk to you again." And I was just like, okay, that's fine. And I got out of the game, and I went to prom. Now, in between that time of my friend asking me to prom, and that guy is telling me he'll never talk to me again, which didn't happen, by the way, there was what was it? Like a Seder dinner at my church. So we went to the Seder dinner, and I used to like helping out with younger kids. So that's what I was doing. I was helping out, babysitting the younger kids in the church, and he had come along to help. And his family was at the Seder dinner, my family was at the Seder dinner, plus the entire community of the church. They were all at the Seder dinner. So we were just in the back with the kids, making sure they were okay. And he got a text message, or a message, I guess not text, from this person saying, if you talk to me, or if you go out with this girl, then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna kick your butt and I'm gonna kill you and this and that and yada yada yada. And I've messed up so many times in my life. Wow. Anyway, I told him, don't worry about it, he's not gonna be able to do anything, he lives overseas, this and that. Of course, he got scared. I think anyone would get scared having some random person from another country tell you that they're gonna kick your butt and kill you. Yeah. There's so many things wrong with this story as I tell it. Anyway, I told him not to worry about it, and we still went to prom. So we took a whole bunch of pictures before the prom. I don't really have them anymore. They were okay pictures. I love my prom dress, but that, man, neither here nor there. We got into a limo with a whole bunch of our other friends, and we went to prom and walked inside, and I got some food because I was hungry. And I went to find him, and he vanished. He just like flat out disappeared, just gone. So your girl got ditched at prom. Whoa. I ended up hanging out with some good friends of mine. I did not see him for the rest of the night until it was time to go back, and we had to take the limo to go back to the meetup area with our parents so they could take us home. You would think that would be the end of it. No, it never is. So I think it was the next day, my mother asked me, how was prom? And I was like, I got ditched. And she was just like, well, that's your fault. I was like, what? It's my fault that I got ditched? She's like, yeah, you shouldn't have been talking to that man, and that's why you got ditched. So this is all your fault, and you need to fix it. Like, okay. Let the victim fix it. So, of course I was not happy about that, because I was like, wow, you want the person who was reached out to by a pedophile. Mind you, I did not know this at the time. You don't think about this when it's actually happening. If somebody had explained it to me as to why this was such a problem, I would have been a lot more receptive. But they didn't do that. They told me that I was being a bad little child who was rebelling, and they were threatening to ship me off to another country. So, yeah. Yeah. After she scolded me for me being ditched and telling me that I had to fix the situation, we kind of had an altercation, kind of. Those are some moments, man. Wow, what do I do with my life? Okay. Well, that's my story. I did stop talking to the guy, like, quite some time ago. It got to the point where it just, I had to realize it on my own that it was toxic, that this guy was actually quite terrible. And the fact that he was talking to a minor, I actually did not realize that until last year or something like that, where I was just thinking back on the situation, and I was just like, oh wow, he's a pedophile. Wow, if somebody had explained that to me, I would have fixed my ways right away, but that didn't happen. I wonder if there's a moral to this story. If I could say anything, do not trust people online. And that's coming from somebody who spends a good 80% of their time online when I'm not at work or hanging out with friends. I'm here online, gaming, talking to different people. Like, it's one thing if you're in a game and you're talking to people about the game stuff. Like, if you're selling something in game, or you need a party to go and complete a mission or something like that, that's one thing. But to sit there and tell them your life story, and I mean, I didn't take it this far, but some people will give out their information. That's how people get human trafficked. I wonder if that's the right way to say that, but don't do that, okay? If you're a parent and you're watching this video and you notice your child is going through something similar, do not berate your child. Do not call your child a rebel. Do not call your child stupid. Do not threaten to ship your child off to another country. Actually take the time to figure out what is going on with your child, because 9 times out of 10, you're not listening. That's what it was for me. Like, nobody listened to me. It felt like nobody cared about me. If you take a second to just have a conversation with your child or your friend or your significant other or whoever, I promise you it makes a world of difference, and a lot of us won't feel compelled to find love or social interaction online through strangers. So that's my story, and of course I never learned, so I still have more stories to tell. Haha. Ha. Wow. I've gotta fix myself. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, please go ahead, click the subscribe button, click the like button. Oh yeah, turn on your notifications so that you know when I post a new video. Hopefully on Thursday I'll be getting that hair video out there. I want to be able to talk about like shampoos, maybe conditioner, but more so shampoo and why I don't use them. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all later.